Welcome back, guys. So it's about 5 o'clock. We're just getting the morning chores started. We are bedding the barn this morning because it's been kind of a filthy mess. The cows have been going in and out. Finally, they've been going out to the free stall and they've been really enjoying that. So they are going in and out morning and night. The cat just freaked me out. I thought it was a rat. So they just make a pretty big mess of things when they do that. So we're just bedding the stalls and bedding the floor. Just to make sure nobody slips when they come in. So we did already run the wash, so all I have to do now is make sure that clothes are put in there and take all the machines out. The filter in there is always the hardest part because I swear it just barely fits in there. Sometimes it goes well, other times you fold over a corner and then it's just like impossible. Yeah, I turned it on.
Smells like socks in here. Doesn't it? Doesn't it?
No.
It smells like
It
dirty
smells like salt in here. Now we got that all done. All right, so we got everything all ready in here. We got all the machines taken apart. We got the pipe in the tank and the, oh, no, I didn't pull the plunger out. See, this is why we check twice. All right, now everything's done in here. Brent's going in to get another cup of coffee, so I'm gonna wait for him to bed the stalls. But while we're waiting, we can fill the cornmeal bin. So today is supposed to be nice, I believe. Probably not very sunny because you can see there's a lot of clouds out right now. But I don't think it's supposed to do anything. But then tomorrow night we are supposed to get the start of a storm, and it's supposed to go into the next day. And I think we can possibly get 12 to 18 inches of snow, which kind of sucks because we just got everything cleaned up. So yesterday we got all of our piles of bale wrap and stuff that we had out here. It was a huge amount of it just because we couldn't get over to the dumpster because there was so much snow and we couldn't really plow over there because we had bales over there. And it was a whole mess. So we just got the yard all cleaned up, got all the plastic taken care of. We actually did go all the way that direction. All the fields we have that direction. We went that way and we cleaned up all the plastic that had fallen off the bales. When the wind blows really hard, little pieces will fall off. So we picked all of that up on the roadside, all the way down to our farthest field that way. Now all we really have to do before hay season is pick up sticks, which there's a lot more of than I thought. Anyway, we'll get our pail and we'll start carrying cornmeal. The ducks are back. lot of people have asked, or if you're new here, you're probably wondering why. I carry it in a 5-gallon pail and then put it in the cart. Why don't we just jack it up enough so we could fit the cart under it and then just, you know, fill it up like that? Well, we did do that, and it ended up being just high enough so it was over the eave of the barn. And the wind caught it and knocked it right over. So it was a pain to get it back up because it still did have a little bit of cornmeal in it. It's not a problem when it's full, obviously, but when it gets toward empty and the wind catches it, it's just not good. So that's why it's on the ground and we do it this way. So we got the barn all bedded. We did decide we're going to go around with a second crop bale first, a second crop wrapped. That just kind of helps them take a stall a little bit better. They're not very good about staying in a stall if there's no hay in front of them. So I'm going to go around and sweep this old stuff in just so that we can put the new stuff on top of that, and they might possibly eat some of the old stuff, maybe on accident, just because the new stuff is on top of it. It does help them clean it up a little bit better. So we'll grab a broom and we'll do that before Brent gets back with that bale. There's not much on this side, but there is quite a bit on the other side, so. Out of gas. Yep. So we got all the hay down. Brent's up there letting them in right now. A lot of you guys ask if there's certain cows that like to come to like specific stalls. There is only one cow that has to have, she doesn't have to have a specific stall, but she has to be in a specific area. So she's a Guernsey Holstein cross. She's like an orange color with a lot of white speckles on her, and I guarantee you she will be in the first set of these 3 stalls on this side. I guarantee it. Even if she has to push a cow out of the way to do it, she will be there. I'll tell you guys when she's coming. This is the old girl that just calved, the 17-year-old Jersey. She's doing very well, no milk fever, no problems. There she is, right there. Oh, she got in the 7th stall. Darn you. But I told you she has to be on this side, like in this specific area. At least below this half. She is always on my side. I've never seen her over there. I don't think you could get her over there. This right here is actually one of our cows that's going to calve next. I'll go around and show you guys how she's looking. Spice! How you doing, dear? So she's bagging a little bit. She's looking pretty good. She's still not like super close. She is dilated just a little bit, but she hasn't bagged up a whole lot, so she's got a ways to go, but looks good. I'd say about 2 more weeks maybe to go on her. You gonna find a stall? Come on, honey. Not that one. Somebody's already in that one, huh? Nope. Come on, keep going. Yeah.
All right, I got a bunch of double left down there on my side. That's the breakfast place. I'm gonna make some meals. I really want to fix that beetle. It takes a little. I'll get everything together. A little bit, and a couple of those spots.
Boy, this cow gets a lot of milk, but it's a struggle to get it out of her. Huh?
Yeah.
91?
Yeah. It's nice for a while.
What?
Nice for a while.
Could you put your foot down, please? This is actually the Jersey we treated for milk fever. She's doing a lot better, aren't you? No more issues? Now your true colors are showing. Being a turd again. This right here is actually one of our oldest cows. She's a purebred Ashire. I think she's in her late teens. She looks really good this time around. She had a stretch there when she had trouble getting bred, and we thought about getting rid of her, but then we waited like 6 months, I think, and finally got bred, and she's been having calves ever since. That was like 5 years ago, and she hasn't had a problem since, so we don't give up on them easily. Teats are just a little bit dry, so we're gonna put some stuff on her. When are you gonna calve, huh?
No, when we go out there.
Pretty soon.
There's nothing they have to try to then we can stop. She does a lot of milk at 50 days. Get it out of her.
Back is not very pretty anymore.
Bird.
She said, I'm a good girl.
More than 4 acres from here.
so our last cow is milking. We only have one more thing to do, at least with the cows, before we're finished up for our morning chores. I do have to feed them their cornmeal, so we're gonna go around with that. First, though, I do have to take a sample. You can see we milked out one cow with our bucket milker. I do have to take a sample of her. I've got my little sample bottle here. We just get these from our milk truck driver. I think they get them right from the milk processing plant. They get the whole boxes of them, so they gave us a box. So I grabbed one of those. We are gonna have to send our sample with our milk truck driver today because we are out of our Delvo test kits. We tried to get one from the person we usually get them from, and they don't carry them anymore, so we're not really sure where we're gonna get those, but today we do have to send that down to the milk plant and they'll just test it for us for free. And what that test kit does is it just tests to make sure they don't have any traces of penicillin. It does some other medications as well, I think, but we treated her because she had mastitis, so we're just gonna make sure that she passes. We don't want to put her in and ruin a whole tank of milk just because we think she's gonna pass. So this is her milk right here, so we'll just take a little bit like that, and we'll just give that to the milk. We'll wash that off before we give it to the milk truck driver. We'll refrigerate it until he comes, and then we'll make sure we give that to him. Now we can go around with the cornmeal. The reason we didn't go around with that first was because we actually did give them a second crop bale, and it would have been kind of hard to go around with that first. The last cow is milking right now, so I gotta give him the cornmeal, so. And if you are new to these videos, we do not feed our milk cows grain anymore. In a couple months, it'll be 4.5 years since we last fed grain. We just feed cornmeal. I mean pelleted grain. We feed cornmeal, which is a grain as well. But I mean, as far as like pelleted protein grain, we do not feed that anymore. We just feed them cornmeal. This whole cart plus 2 5-gallon pails. That's not a 5-gallon pail, but it's in there somewhere. 2 5-gallon pails in this cart does the whole barn, and we only give that once a day, so they don't even really get a whole lot of cornmeal, but it's enough to keep the weight on them and also give them a little bit of energy. So an almost dry cow like her will just get a scoop in a little bit. And a fresh cow like this one right here, who gives a lot of milk, she gets 2 plus a little bit. There's the old lady. Coming. I should mention that if you're not going to feed grain, you do have to feed a very, very good mineral. Once a day, every day, you can't skip. You always have to feed them their minerals because they do get that out of grain and they're not going to get that out of cornmeal. So we feed them a really good mineral. It's an organic lactating mineral. We're not organic, but we do like this one the best. It's worked the best and we've had really good luck with it. Not only will you have fertility problems without the minerals, but it also just helps the cow's health in general, obviously. So every day we feed minerals, and Brent is going around with those right now. There. Now we'll just put out a couple bales outside for them, let them finish up their cornmeal and stuff, and let them out and get into the rest of our day. Finally got the weather to put the bolts back on.
We found some new bolts. They aren't metric after all, they're just tacking. gonna put the...
Those are the, what do you want me to do with those old ones?
Oh,
Throw them in the metal pile?
yes.
Can you pick that one up?
Yep. Yeah, I don't see these things.
Thank you.
You have to have that shin.
Yeah, you gotta have that in there.
Hold that, well, yeah, put that up.
There.
Like that.
There you go. Should it go long enough?
Yeah.
Yeah, look it.
Well, they're a little shorter than the other one, but... Holy hell.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work. Are they that much shorter?
I don't know, I guess they are.
Because he said they were a little shorter, but I hope they weren't that much shorter.
Yeah, you could hammer them in some.
Okay. Grab, what did I do with that? Did you grab the penetrating stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. What else was I in here for?
Grab an old bowl.
All right. They do look a lot longer. Just looking at them.
See how much shorter. Now it is.
Yeesh. I thought he said they weren't much shorter.
Boy, I don't know. Well, yeah, I think it will. Grab your...
Just barely.
Yeah, but grab your impact ring. Just do it lightly. That's not big enough.
Nope, it isn't.
It's like a three-quarter.
Okay.
Don't take like try it with a wrench first. Turn that top on this. Jesus. Well. Try it again. Try this one up here again. Wind it right in, see what happens.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Try the bottom.
Try it.
Can't pull it at all.
Nope, you try.
No, I'd leave it just like that.
You need another one?
Yep. And the one of the
One what?
shank.
Oh, what?
Sweet.
Sweet? A lot of traffic today.
Alright, put that. Yep, okay.
Hold it right there.
Right there. Okay. Here's your other. Huh. Well,
It's alright, I'll reach it. Just pull it in. Put that nut on that one first, if you can.
Yeah, that might be. All right, there's that.
Right, so we finally finished putting those sweeps on. Took us quite a while because apparently there's a very specific way you have to put them on. We found that the only way that you could really get them back on, this piece is original, I think, and the sweeps are not. Somebody kind of retrofitted it, so they cut out this area here. The only way you could really get them on right, especially since we weren't given the right bolts when we went somewhere, I guess we should have double checked, but we gave him an old bolt and he came back and he said this is the bolt you need, and it wasn't long enough, so they're just barely worked. You can see this one here, it's just barely on there, so really not even sure if they're gonna hold enough. They seem like they're going to, but we'll find out soon enough. So the only way you could get them in was you put the top one in first and then put the bottom one in. If you did it the other way around, it did not work, and then it ended up screwing everything up, so you had to end up taking the whole thing off. You couldn't even get them out that way, and it was just a whole thing. We also had to use an old bolt for most of the bottom ones. This one doesn't have one, but all the other ones have an old bolt on the bottom because the new ones just weren't long enough to actually fit on the bottom, because obviously there's a little more space on the bottom. So yeah, it was a struggle, but we got them back on and it's all ready to go, all greased up, and ready to hit the field, but not gonna happen anytime soon because, like I said, we are predicting 1.5 feet of snow again. We can hope it goes around us, but we weren't that lucky last time. So yeah, now all we got to do pretty much is get that tire back on the planter and we'll be all good to go. Get the manure spreaders out. Yeah, it's a waiting game. Keep it real, keep farming. If you are new here, please don't forget to like and comment down below and subscribe. Hope you join us in the next video. Bye.